Monday, November 2nd. It's about 5:15 in the morning. Getting ready to go out archery hunting for the first time this season. So I'll get the bow out. I'm pretty excited to get up into the stand. I'm going to take a buck or a doe today. I just need meat in my freezer in a pretty bad way. Today's also the first day of fall turkey season, so if some turkeys come by, might take a shot at them too. So we'll see what happens this morning. Well, it's about 10:45 now. I don't have any footage of those two doe walking in because they ran in. They came from out along the hill and they ran over to here and they stopped when they were up there. And they didn't see me or anything. I thought there might have been a buck chasing them. So I slowly stood up and got my bow up, and that's when I turned the camera on. And as you could tell, they were about 10 yards onto the neighbor's property. Well, I feel kind of like an idiot right now. I was getting my stuff together to get down out of the stand because it was 11:30. I hadn't seen anything moving, and I got to be out of the woods by 12:30. And I took the camera off my bow, took the camera mount off my bow, put the camera in my pocket, and well, I was up this tree up top by where it forks, and I had an 8-point come from down in the bottom there, and he came up the hill. He skirted around the side of me at 40 yards, and I'm only comfortable shooting 30. Alright, it's Wednesday, November 6th. It's about 5:12 in the morning. Actually running a little bit late today. I slept through my alarm by about 25 minutes. So I'm almost up to the piece of property I hunt now. So I'm going to kind of hurry up and try to get back into my stand so I can get climbed up and get set up in the tree before shooting light. Alright, it's about 7 a.m. Haven't seen anything yet. I kicked a couple deer out when I was walking in. I was running late. It was still about a half hour before shooting light, but they were basically on the trail I was walking in on. But sometimes there's just really nothing you can do about that. It's actually pretty windy. The wind keeps gusting probably up to about 20 miles an hour. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect the hunt here, but I'm going to sit tight for a little bit, and hopefully some deer come through. Alright, well, it's about 8:40 right now. I just had that deer come into range. I drew back on it, and then when it was about 25 yards away, I saw the little 3-inch spikes on each side of its head. I couldn't really see whenever it was walking up the hill towards me because they were really thin antlers. Alright, it's Monday, November 11th. It's Veterans Day. It's about 4:25 in the morning. I'm just getting ready to leave now to head up into my stand before class. I think it's going to be a great day to be in the woods. The bucks are still chasing doe around pretty hard. And I saw some deer coming home from work last night, so I think the deer are up and moving. We'll see what happens today. Well, it's about 6:45. I'm pretty mad at myself right now. I had a nice buck come in. He snuck in from back behind me, and he was walking down back behind the stand, literally right at first shooting light. I couldn't count points, but I just saw that he had a nice rack and at least 3 points along the top. So he was definitely legal, and I drew back on him, and when I went to settle the pin on him, I bumped the bottom cam of my bow against my stand, and he heard me. I think it was a 10 point. My buddy was telling me that yesterday one of his neighbors shot at and missed a 10 point. So I'm wondering if it was that same buck, and that's why he spooked so easily, because he got shot at yesterday. But the rut's definitely on. If it was a 10 point, then that's yet another new buck that I've seen up here. It's still early in the morning. I gotta go to class a little bit later, but still have a couple hours left to hunt. Hopefully another deer steps out. about 8:15. That deer was actually a buck. Pretty decent buck. It looked like an 8-point. It was hard to tell on the camera because the zoom isn't real good on that camera, and he had kind of dark coffee colored antlers. I wonder if he's that 8-point that I saw up here about a week and a half ago. He circled me just out of range, but I thought he was going to come walking this way. It looked like he was going to, and then the footage stopped when I was turning around my tree to get ready for a shot over down on this side, and he just turned and walked back the way he came. I don't know if maybe he caught a little bit of my scent because the wind is kind of blowing that way. But I'm going to sit tight. And hopefully another deer will come into range this morning. It is Saturday, November 16th. It's the last day of Pennsylvania archery season. It's about 4:30 in the morning. I'm getting ready to head out. Well, kind of can't believe that just happened. As you can tell from the video, I was just going for a walk, and all of a sudden I saw a doe about 30 yards down the hill from me, working her way towards me. So I crouched down, and I was just crouched in the middle of the woods. I wasn't behind a tree or anything. I didn't even really have time to get set up. It must have been bedded down along this thick field edge here. That was pretty cool to be able to stalk up on a deer like that I had no idea was back here, and I even drew on her. So that's probably going to do it for my 2013 archery season. Looks like I'll be taking all my tags with me into rifle season. I still have my buck tag. I have 2 doe tags for here in 3A. I have a 3B doe tag, and I have a 2B doe tag for back home. So got some tags to fill.